Well, thank you. I just wanted to say I know that I am among some of the smartest women here. I see so many people that I've been involved with and have been such great role models to me and friends to me, and great entrepreneurs and representatives and just people who have been just in the forefront. I want you to know that in Utah, most people know that politics do not happen without women involved. We are the grassroots of politics. So I think that's absolutely, I think that I need to say that, and thank you all for being involved.
Women make 85% of the healthcare decisions in this country. Women are the ones that are nudging their husbands or taking their kids, taking care of their parents, and they're fearful, and rightfully so, of the idea of the federal government somehow interfering with their ability to make the best decisions for themselves and their families. Women are starting businesses at a record pace. They're entrepreneurs.
These issues that we face, they're not women issues, they're American issues. And I think that we all deserve a president that sees us equally as Americans. And that way we can keep our country stronger. And what we need is a president that is going to provide women opportunity. Not anything else. We just need opportunity to be able to go out and educate our children and open up our own businesses and be entrepreneurs and unleash the human potential.
You know, my 16-year-old was talking to me the other day and laughed and said, "Mom, what would people think if they knew you started that business on your laptop?" And I thought, this is America. This is, I mean, I grew up in Oregon. Nike was started in a garage. You know, this is how this country has become the country of innovation.
We've already started to feel the impacts of Obamacare. One of the greatest expenses that every business has is health care. And we continue to see our health care increase. In fact, in 2011, our health care expenses went up over $1 million. And part of that is due to the Affordable Care Act.
What we need leadership in Washington. We need people who have enough guts to go and start talking about the things that we need to cut. Because leadership is what's going to carry us through. Go along with those scare tactics and say, oh no, we're not going to touch that, or if you're going to say we're going to roll up our sleeves and make sure that not only do we keep the promises that we've made to our seniors, but we keep the promises that we make to our children.
We are America, we are the job creators, we are the front line, and the best thing they can do is provide certainty for us, which means allow us the autonomy to make decisions in our communities and in our business the best that we feel.
I've been unfair. I'm going to admit it. I've been unfair to my opponent. I can say this because I've expected my opponent to know how to balance a budget. And the fact is he's never had to balance a budget ever. He's never had to submit a balanced budget. I've done it for 10 years successfully, balanced a budget, and have been able to put our city from the brink of bankruptcy. And being able to look at a budget, we have to get across to Congress that the way you deal with a budget is the way that we deal with a budget really at home. There's got to be accountabilities, and you have a limited source of funds that you can allocate. And unfortunately, too many people in Washington think that there's an unlimited source of funds called the taxpayers or China, or printing money.
And I would challenge you then to demand of your representatives, demand of Congress that they vote on a balanced budget amendment, that they pass a balanced budget amendment. It's going to take people all across this country, citizens, saying we demand a balanced budget amendment. States have to balance their budgets. We have to balance our budgets in our own houses and our businesses, and it's time that the federal government do.
I think that one of the things that we need to do is remind everyone that the free markets have taken more people out of poverty than any other economic system in the history of the world. And I think one of the things that hasn't happened, and I hear this today, and I want you to know that it's reiterated, what we need to do is we've got to fix our tax code. We've got to make sure that we do provide some predictability in the market. Too many times there are people who have sworn, we in our cities do this, in our states do this, we swear to uphold that document, that Constitution, we swear to uphold it, and yet I see this idea that it just gets in the way from the administration, and we have to do everything we can to hold our elected officials accountable, and that's it.